we are taking this whole term and we're taking it to the 1/4 power. What does that mean, the 1/4 power? It's going to apply to this, and to this. Okay, so we're going to treat this in two different ways. So 16 to the 1/4 power. Okay, what this means, the fractional power, this is the same as the 4th root of 16. Okay, this is the same as the 4th root of 16. Put it here. That means what number to the 4th power equals 16? And I would just like use my fingers here, right? Like I would be like, okay, let's see, is 3 to the 4th power 16? Okay, like 3 times 3, that's 9. Times 3, that's 27. Times 3, that's 81. Oh no, that's too big. Okay, how about 2? 2 times 2, that's 4. Times 2, that's 8. Times 2, that's 16. Oh hey, 2 to the 4th power is 16. So what number to the 4th power is 16? It's 2. So 16 to the 1/4 power is 2, because 16 to the 1/4 power is the 4th root of 16. What number to the 4th power equals 16? Now, these I think back to some of the rules I learned about exponents, and I think back to this. Like, let's say I have an x to the 2nd power, and then to the 4th power, like this. What does that mean? Like, what this means this. This means x times x, right? That's x squared. And it means that 4 times, right? So that's what this actually means. And what I notice is, oh, that's 8 x's, right? This is x to the 8th power. So how did I get from 2 and 4 to 8? Oh, that's multiplying. So when I have exponents that are in this position, what do? I multiply them. So I'm going to multiply 8 times 1/4. So for the exponent on the a, it's going to be 8 times 1/4. Now, what's 8 times 1/4? Well, 8 times 1/4 is 8 over 1 times 1 over 4. So that equals 8 times 1 is 8. 1 times 4 is 4. 8 divided by 4, that's 2. So the exponent on the a is going to be a 2. And notice what I ended up doing when I multiplied by 1/4 is dividing by 4, right? This ended up being 8 times 1/4 ended up being 8 divided by 4. So the same thing is going to happen here, right? 44, and I can show it out. 44 times 1/4, this is 44 over 1 times 1 over 4. This becomes 44 divided by 4. That's 11. So this exponent on the b, right? Remember, I'm deciding, I multiply these exponents when they're in this position, so I'm multiplying these together. So this becomes 44 times 1/4, which is the same as 44 divided by 4, which is 11. And here's my answer. So it's kind of a lot to remember, but your answer is going to end up looking like this, pretty straightforward. Okay, go ahead and pause, try these two. Okay, this one. We didn't see a problem like this. We didn't work on problems like this when we were first learning this. So some of this is going to feel a little bit new, but none of it is actually like super, super new. Remember, square root it means what number times itself equals, like in this case, right, 36. You think, oh, 6 times 6 is 36, right? If absolutely necessary, you can use your calculator. Square root of 36 is 6. Okay, so like this equals 6, square root of 81, that equals 9. That you should know. Now, what you need to know about an exponent of 1/2 is that that is the same as the square root, okay? Just like up here, the exponent of 1 over 4 was the 4th root. Square root is the same as the 2nd root. So this is same as square root. So 4 to the 1/2 power is the same as the square root of 4. What number times itself equals 4? That'd be 2. 49 to the 1/2 power, that's the square root of 49, that's 7. An exponent of 0 always equals 1. Always, always. 3 to the 0 power, that's 1. Now look, here, this is 17 to the 0 power, that's 1. But then there's this negative sign. That's -1. Okay? Now, an exponent of -1. So like, let's say I have x to the -1. What does that mean? That means it's on the bottom of the fraction. Okay? So a fraction exponent means like it's going to be a root. A negative exponent means this is going to be, instead of being x on the top of the fraction, it's going to be 1 over x. X to the -1 equals 1 over x. So 5 to the -1 equals 1 over 5. 9 to the -1 equals 1 over 9. Okay? So these are a lot of rules to remember about exponents, but it's going to help you to do this problem below. It says place the following numbers in the number line below. Okay, so the square root of 4, that equals 2. Okay, let's just call this point A, right? we're going to call this point A. So A is right here. Okay, and in edge elastic, you're actually going to like drag them, but for right now, we'll just use letters. Now this, we're going to call this point B. Now this, right, this is equal to 1, because anything to the 0 power is 1, and this is equal to negative 1. So point B, look, I'm going on the number line, that's going to be at negative 1. Okay, this 2 to the negative first power, look, that's this. This becomes 1 over 2. Okay, so that's point C. Where's 1/2 on the number line? 1/2 is in between 0 and 1, right? It's less than 1. It's more than 0. It's halfway between. It's right here. Okay, now let's say it was 1/4. That would be right here, right? That's, look, this is 1/4. This is 2/4, which is the same as 1/2. This is 3/4, and this is 1. Now, 9 to the 1/2 power, that's the same as the square root of 9, and that's 3. So if I call this point D, I will put that right here. All right, go ahead and try this one below.